Good morning, everyone. This is Collie with Collie. What keeps me moving? Well, we're going to do a continuation on working with the stick and opening the shoulders, having that shoulder mobility forward and backwards is what we're going to continue today. So this time I've got my little 5'3" sky stick, and remember the tie from my husband's old jobs? Well, we're going to work with both of those so that you can see how this works. So we're going to continue with that forward and backward movement of the arms, but we're going to add in a little bit of side body work, seeing if we can have some expansion along the rib cage on the lateral side here. So let's start actually with the tie. The movement is going to be very slow. You need to take your time, and you have to find out what your range of motion is and how you can move within that. I will give you the directions, but you have got to determine how large you make these movements. So first, I'm just going to take the tie, and I just do a little wrap around, one wrap around the arms, around the fingers. So for me, my left hand, this is my left hand, see that's where my watch is. I want this to stay stationary for the time being, and my right hand is really pulling and making this very tight, very straight across. This is going to be the arm that we're working on where the movement is going to happen. So from here, the right arm is going to go across the body all the way up and just barely back. Turning to the side so you can see that I'm just barely back. And see how I want to really press that back bend in there? Bring it back in because I want this to work my shoulders. So I hold here, and then I just continuously bringing the tautness into the tie. I turn back around. So I'm going to do that several more times. So here we go, right arm, up across the body and just barely to the back. Now, every time that happens, I might go a little farther back, and that's okay. But keeping in mind, now that we've got this arm lifted and over to the side, you may start to feel a little pull, a little tug along the sides of the body, opening up in the axilla or the armpit area and the ribs. We may want to even feel it all the way down at the top of the hip bone, all of that space opening up. So going back down, I'm just going to do this 3 more times. Here we go. Come back. And I don't want to go all the way down. I'm just concentrating on making space around this right armpit. So this is going to be the last one of those. You know, I can't count sometimes. And I bring it back. Now, to the other side, right hand is the stationary hand, and I'm lifting the left. That's 1. As much as I can, I'm keeping my both arms straight. That's 2. Bring it up and over and holding at that up so that I bring awareness to this left armpit, this left side of the body. Twice more. I may go back just a little farther this time. Just a little farther, pressing back. And now I bring that down. Now we see how to do those movements with this tie or the strap. Now I'm going to bring my stick into the equation. All right, same thing. Now this time we're going to add more motion to the shoulders here. So this time letting the left arm stay down, left hand press down. This time when I go all the way up, I'm going to see if I can come all the way to the back and then bring it all the way forward again. Now for some of you, you may get here and stop, and that's fine. Bring those little ribs back into the body, and that's fine. We all have different ranges of motion on different days. So that was 2 on this side. I'm just going to turn around so you see what it looks like coming to the back. The left arm stays down. I'm lifting. I'm here. If you stop right here, that's fine. If you stop here, but if you can, you bring it all the way down, then lift up, all the way forward. So I'm going to say that was 3, and now let's do 2 more of those. Taking the back bend out of that. And now I'm taking this to the other side. I'm not going to stop on this side. We're just going to go with the little flow of this. So this time the right hand is pressing down and I'm lifting the stick and I come all the way around and I bring it all the way back. That was, pretend that's 3. And again, give me 2. And last one, and you can all the way around. And while you're doing this, pay attention to see if there's any difference in the movement in the shoulders. And that just gives you that baseline so that if today is the first time you've attempted to do this, now you know, okay, this is where I am and I need to start working just a little more every day towards that. Now for us, the last part of this is, I call it the phase 3, we call it our matrix world. Some people in this same position, we all have different ranges of motion. So your back bend may be a heck of a lot deeper than mine. But what we do here, we include the entire body in this movement. So again, starting with the left hand down, this time when we take the arm back, see how much of a back bend all the way down and around, coming back up. And when we come this way, we come down. So now we lift the right arm, taking the back bend. The left arm takes us into a forward fold. The right arm lifts us up and to the back for our back bend. The left comes up, around, down for the forward fold. And the right brings us back up. And we're going to stop at the back bend here. Softness in the knees, making sure that you will have your breath. You're not about to do a pass out here. So for me, I bend the knees, send the booty back, the head up, bring this back forward, and now go to the other side. This time the right hand presses down, lifting out, find the back bend this direction. The right arm goes around and down for the forward fold. The left arm brings us up and back bend, only as deep as you're comfortable. The right comes behind us, brings us forward for the forward fold. I hope you see me down here. And we come up. Last one around here, all the way down. Left brings us up for the back bend. We stop at the back bend. Take your back bend only as deep as you're comfortable, only as deep as your neck is comfortable. So I'm coming up here, so I bend the knees, I send my booty back, I lift my head up, and I bring my stick forward. Come to standing. And from here, if you can do this with the stick, I'm just placing this stick probably about 3 feet in front of me. I'm going to come to my L stance so that I get that last bit of space making under my armpits. So I just one hand on top of the other, sending the butt back. So just like a forward fold, but we're only gonna go halfway. So the booty goes back, the arms, I can bring them down, and I'm really pressing my buttocks back. I've got a mild bend in the knees, and I can press the stick forward. Do I have that sway or that arch in my back? I can bring it up. You can do cats and cows from here, okay? So we just drop the belly, send the butt back, and now we're gonna do a little tilt of the pelvis to bring those hip bones in toward the body. Get a nice arch in the back. Last time, pressing the belly down. Pressing the hip bones toward the spine. I've got a real great, for me, elongation happening between the thoracic and the lumbar area right here. Now, I just easy stand up. And that's gonna be it for today. Working shoulder movement. We'll just call it Shoulder Yum Part 2. And I hope that you will join me again next time. And from here, if you have any questions, if you have statements, if there's something that you would like to see me work on, let me know. Hit me up all in those comments. I want to make sure I'm not out here by myself. But I'm going to keep doing what makes me move, no matter what. So I'll see you next time. Again, Carly with What Keeps Me Moving. See you next time.